Hey, Assalamualaikum. Morning, evening, afternoon, depending on the country you're watching this stream from. The last video actually had an overwhelming response. I'm surprised to see a lot of people asking thought provoking questions. I apologize for not showing up yesterday, and you know what I'm going through. Uh, this back and neck spasm takes a lot of toll on my body, and even though how much I thrive to uh, come live and talk to you guys, but at the end of the day, if body doesn't support, you got to give up on your enthusiasm, and that's what I did yesterday. Anyways, this is going to be a very exciting lecture. In today's class, we are going to talk about Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Quora.com. The reason why I want to talk about Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Quora is because we know that Facebook and Facebook owned companies such as Facebook and Instagram, we have discussed that, I guess, in detail. We understand the importance of connecting your Instagram account with your Facebook, and then, of course, advertising on Facebook, which automatically gets advertised on Instagram. We created an advertisement day before yesterday in a live lecture, and luckily, eventually, we got our ad approved, which was a solace to my ego because you know it was pretty heartbreaking. The problems we were running into while having this live stream and talking about advertising. The reason why I debunked the problem, and the problem was, since I did not finish setting up Google Pixel's account and integrating the code on my website, so therefore I was not able to uh, move forward. But anyways, when we boosted the ad, we were not only lucky enough to get our ad approved, but actually we were having a conversation with one of the potential leads here. So here's the ad. If I scroll down, there's the specifics here. So far, 1.6K people have seen this ad, and there's two message conversions. A lot of I won't use the word lots of, but it's a handful number of people dropping in their comments. For example, someone is asking about details, and if I go to my inbox, you will see that there have been a couple of inquiries here in one day, which is pretty good, considering we only have a budget of $15 for this ad. And this also highlights the importance of having good budget for your ad. So if you are thinking about getting a decent amount of following, I guess you're asking too much. So here's another guy who's asking for details for this particular placement, and the tag you see here, ad ID, whatever it is, and then also the ad ID talks about uh, the inbox message coming from that particular ad. My team is having a conversation with this guy, and it seems like we have got him in. So for 10,000 Pakistani rupees, that's what we are charging this guy for, and he's not seen the ad yet, of course. The response here, of course. He's shared his phone number, and seems pretty promising. You have spent 15,000 Pakistani rupees, and in 48 hours, you have received two inbox queries. Remember, in the ad, we set the response to be driven to our inbox, so people can contact us through Messenger. And both potential leads have contacted us through, by using the Messenger, and they have landed in our inbox. And one of them is pretty much secured. And if you put good enough budget, I mean, for this ad, we only had like $15. What is $15? Let's see, for $15 would be, if my fair assessment is good enough, we're talking about 2,325 rupees. And for 2,350 rupees to round it up, we have already or about to secure 15,000 client, which makes it actually a lot of sense, which is pretty good at the end of the day. 10 times return to the investment, to the advertisement money you've spent. And the point I want to emphasize here is, if you want to get more responses, if you want to get more traffic on your website, focus on your budget. $15, $20 would not let you get good enough responses. So yeah, of course it is 10 times free, and you've spent 2,000. You have it is 10 times. Thank you for aiding me with the maths here. Hey Saj, good to have you here. So you've spent around what 2,650 rupees, and you secured a project or about to secure a project worth 15,000 bucks and rupees, which is literally 10 times to the initial investment you've made. But the point here is, do not spend all of your advertisement budget on one ad. Instead, divide it into 5 multiple ads. So here's a pro tip for you guys. Come up with 5 different ad sets for your one campaign. So campaign is one, right? You want to advertise and get leads for your web development business, for your jewelry business, for your baking business, whatever it is. Even if you have a brick and mortar business and you want to get leads for that. So that's one thing. But primarily, my advice to you guys here is, for Facebook advertisement, don't put all energies and money on one ad. Instead, spread it in 5 ads. So this would let you assess better ROI, because if one particular ad is fetching in good response, it could be a video, it could be a picture, it could be a cursor, multiple pictures swapping from one to another. Once you get a fair bit of idea about a particular ad doing good, it would make more sense to add more advertising budget to that particular ad. So this way you can let go and abandon the advertisement on the remaining ad sets, and instead focus all your energy and money on the ad that is fetching in good results for you. So if you got, let's say, $200 and you want to advertise these $200, A, do not spend it on one ad. B, spread it across 5 different ads. What could 5 different ads show? One could be an image, other could be focusing on perhaps multiple images. Third could be a video ad. Fourth could be a different video ad. And fifth could be, let's say, another different image. And then you spread across, you spread $100 across 5 different ads. So that would be 25, if my maths is good enough. No, 20. Yeah, 20. So 20 a piece for 5 different ad sets, and let them run for good 5 days or 6 days to see insights and behavior of all these ads. And if one of them looks promising, it makes sense to let go the other ad sets and focus on one ad for the future. So this is my advice to you folks. And of course, same goes for Instagram. Then in the last lecture, we also talked about the importance of using hashtags and how you can generate trending hashtags from a website. You pick all those hashtags that are relevant to the picture or video you're posting on Instagram. And then, of course, if you want to spend money, you can advertise on Instagram as well. So this is Facebook and Instagram. In this lecture, we're going to talk about stories for Instagram, and then I'm going to move to Pinterest. First things first, if I open my Instagram ad and I click on this story option, and let's see what do we have here. If there's something worth sharing here. And you know what? I just uploaded a video on this English channel, and I am going to download its thumbnail. and then use it in a story. So if you give me a second, I'll be back with you shortly after I have downloaded the thumbnail of the video I've just uploaded. So it was about Facebook, understanding Facebook and Instagram. No, it was not about understanding Facebook. I think it was about Fiverr. Yeah. So much for getting old, huh? Hey, meanwhile, if you guys can like the video, and if you're watching it for the first time, my video, of course, it won't hurt subscribing the channel, pressing the bell icon. Now, where's the video, by the way? So if I click on Being Guru 2.0, and there you go, 10 gigs to work on today. Okay, good enough. So I'm going to click on the share button. I'm going to click on the copy link. All I have done here is, so far, I've gone to my channel, copied the link of the video. That's what I've done till now. And now I'm going to Instagram, opening the app, if I can find one. There you go. And on Instagram, let's upload a picture by taking one and then fooling people with my story. Let's do it, folks. Okay? So I'm going to do it right now. I've just opened my front cam and I'm going to take a selfie. There you go. Do I look good? Maybe let's do it this way. I am going to use this picture on Instagram story, and I wish there was an easier way of connecting and showing you my screen. Okay, so I go to the gallery option, click on the picture. How do you upload a story? I think it would make more sense to talk about this first. So this is my Instagram account, and on that, if I scroll all the way to the top, there you see my story option. I'm going to click on the story option. On the bottom right hand section, there you go, just under my finger, you can upload a picture. So I just click on my gallery option. This is the selfie I've taken like a minute ago, right in front of you. And on the top, you see a lot of options. Now, that's where you need to understand how to upload a story and make it do the magic for you. So you see AA, which is, of course, a way of writing a text on your story. Then there is a link option. Then there is an emoji. Then there is a download option. And, of course, there's a cross option. If I click on this emoji option, which is next to the text link, I see this sort of thing. If I zoom it a little too close, there you see an option of location, hashtag, and of course a lot of GIF images. A good story needs to have a hashtag. So I click on the hashtag first. Over the picture, you can see my picture in the background. I can provide the hashtag. If you can, yeah, this would make more sense. Yeah. So I need to select a hashtag. Of course, in order to identify your hashtag, you can go to the website I gave you an example about in the last lecture, but you can also type in and automatically you will see the options. So if I type in freelancing hashtag, At the bottom, you will see different hashtag options. I can scroll through these different hashtag options by swapping them from left to right. And I'm going to choose freelancing tips. This is a hashtag I've just selected. Freelancing tips. Now, I need to click on the link option. The link option is on the left hand side. There you go. It's on the left hand side of the emoji icon. The one you see, the fourth from the left is a link option. So if I click on link option, I see two options here. The first is IGTV video. Remember in the lecture, I told you that if a video is above 1 minute, if it is over 1 minute long, it automatically gets posted inside IGTV section. Any video less than 1 minute length is posted in your normal post section. So in my case, since I have over 10,000 followers, now that's a very important point everybody needs to understand. If you've got over 10,000 followers on your Instagram, you are given this web link as a second option. I can post an external link inside this web link section, but since I assume most of you do not have 10,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram, you will only see one option, that is IGTV. There is a way to put a link in IGTV as well. If you upload a picture that's over 1 minute length, in the description, you can provide a link of your external blog, your YouTube channel, your e-commerce website, anything, your Pinterest, your Facebook page link as well. So in the web link section, if I click on it and I paste it, this is the link of the YouTube video I want my traffic to be driven to. I have just pasted the link in the web link section since I have this privilege of sending the traffic if someone clicks on the video or someone clicks on the picture. So this is the ad so far. Looks pretty promising. Now, of course, if you are a local brick and mortar business, you can provide location as well. You can tag someone. Let me see where the reflection is less so you can easily see. There you go. This thumbnail is location, and the next to this location is the mention icon. I can tag anyone by clicking on the mention. I do not need to do it. And of course, I can specify my location. So if I live in Karachi, and if I live in a specific area in Karachi, and I can of course provide my location here. One important thing you need to understand is the call to action. On the top search bar, in the same tab of emoji, I'm going to search for swipe up. Just an amazing way of engaging your customers, so they swipe up the image and then they are able to click on the link and taken directly to an external link. So when I search for swipe up, I see all the different emojis. Now it's up to me to select one. I'll select one that sort of resonates well with the color I am using in the picture, and there you go. Now we've got two different options here. First is the hashtag freelancing tips, and the second is swipe up. If someone sees my story and they swipe the story, they'll be taken to an external link. Of course, like Khalid said, it is called call to action. And now I've uploaded it, and it gets uploaded onto my story. And since I have integrated my Facebook page account with an Instagram account, whenever I upload a story, it automatically gets posted inside the story section of my Facebook page. So this way, I'm driving traffic not only to my YouTube channel, because the link I provided in the story was a link of my YouTube channel. But at the same time, I am cross-publishing the story of Instagram to my Facebook page story. And at the same time, if someone, they click or they swipe up my story on Facebook, they'll be taken to the YouTube channel as well. So I'm giving myself at least two chances of two different traffic portions driven to my YouTube channel or an external link for that matter. This is how you use Instagram story. Again, just to recap, if you've got less than 10,000 followers on your Instagram, you will not get the link option. But there's a way to include a link in the video, and that is by posting a video that is of length above 1 minute long, and in the description you can provide a link to your external website, blog, YouTube. And if someone clicks on the IGTV, of course, they see the description and then see the link. That link is clickable and then they're taken to the external link. So the best way is use a lot of hashtags in your stories as well as on your post. Whenever you upload a picture, whenever you upload a video on your Instagram, make sure you are using relevant trending hashtags. This is the only way you upscale your presence on Instagram. And do not forget to interlink your Instagram profile with your Facebook page. So in the future, whatever you post in a story of Instagram automatically gets posted on your Facebook page. In the future, when you use hashtag in a post, and it could be a picture, it could be a video, you're giving yourself a fair chance of showing up to the on the hashtags people are searching for, and of course they would be inclined to follow you on Instagram. Last but not the least, on your Facebook page, whenever you publish a picture, if you have got your Instagram connected with your Facebook page, it automatically gets published on Instagram as well. This is how you do it, right? I have no idea how to do it, Fahad. I was trying to do it, but mobile, I need to learn. I got this iMac. I got this stupid iPhone 12, and I really call it stupid. I'm so comfortable with this 7. It works for me. This phone is good for nothing. Anyways, in the future, I'll see how I can connect my screen and share it live. Still need to learn it, but if you can teach me how to do it in the comment section, I'll try to follow the process here. And rest assured, I don't know if we can do it through Bluetooth or by pairing it with iMac, but there must be a way. So second thing is, this was Instagram for you. The second thing you need to learn about is, so this was the advertisement we did on Monday, I guess, and pretty good response so far for $15. Now I want you to go to Pinterest now. Let's learn Pinterest. There you go. Walaikum salam, Prajwal. Good to have you here. Now for the technical fail, sorry for disturbance, but love you, Staji. Thank you, Ji, no problem. I've not seen the comments here since I was focused. Walaikum salam, how to make money with Blogger. I'll answer the questions later. Walaikum salam, WhatsApp. I am big sad. I hope you actually teach today instead of wasting our time. Oh, I'm sorry if I wasted your time. You feel free to leave the conversation. I apologize for not meeting the expectations. Instagram, Facebook, and now Pinterest. Pinterest is gaining huge popularity recently. Lots of celebrities are actually using Pinterest, but at the helm of affairs, it is actually used by the digital marketers, because if you're a smart shop, if you've got a Shopify store, if you've got a YouTube channel, if you've got a blog, if you're into digital marketing, people use Pinterest to drive traffic to their external websites, as well as they build their Pinterest presence by pinning different pins on their board. So before I explain what is Pinterest, I want you to go back to your school, think about the notice board, and on the notice board, you would see different notices pinned. Remember, I can picture it as good as it happened yesterday because the results used to show on the notice board, or if there was any notice. And then so proudly, I would get featured every now and then for all the fun I'd had and being punished for one thing or another. Sometimes there was a notice about calling my parents for a parent-teacher meeting, or sometimes it was something I've done and I did not even know what have I done. But anyways, take Pinterest as the pins of different things put on a notice board. So that's the first thing. First, you need to understand about Pinterest. Now, if you see the screen here, it's pretty self-explanatory. Take this as a board and all the pins pinned on the different boards. If I take you to my profile so you can understand Pinterest better, Pinterest has followers just like any other social media platform. Facebook has it, Instagram has it, and of course, Pinterest works pretty much the same way. The concept of followers and following comes from Orchid. It was a social networking website. Not sure if Gen Z has used it, but since I'm an old school internet user, I used to use Orchid a lot in late 90s and early 2000s. So followers mean people who are following you, and following means people you are following. So that's the first thing you need to understand. And then, of course, there's a basic account setting on Pinterest. Since many people do not know how to use Pinterest, so I'll just quickly do a walkthrough here, briefing you about the process so you can edit your profile. And then the most interesting thing you need to worry about or focus on is the claim section, the third from the top. If I click on this claim section, you see 4 options here. First is the website. Second is Instagram account. Third is Etsy, and fourth is YouTube. It means that whatever you claim, you get credit for the content on Pinterest. So when you claim your content, your name and profile picture will show next to any pins that come up from your site or external account. So how do we do it? For example, if I take you to Instagram account and if I click on claim button, it opens a new pop-up. Give me a second, loading as we speak. And I come back to the tab that is shared with you in this video. This is the tab that opened in a new tab. So I click on allow. When I click on the allow option in Instagram, it takes me back to Pinterest. And if I go back to my account and click on the settings, and then I go to the claim option, let's see what do I get here. Click on the settings, click on the claim, and if I click the refresh button, nothing happens. Thank you very much for screwing the night here. I think it has to open in a new pop-up. Okay, click on the connect. It opened in a new tab, so yeah, unfortunately, that's how it works. So I, since it uses cookies, I opened it, the claim option in a new tab, and just didn't work. So I clicked on it again, and it has connected my Instagram account with my Pinterest account. It's a sort of like assurance you're giving to Pinterest that you use this particular account. So if I click on claim button for website, again, it's going to open in a new tab. Not sure. It has just opened a new pop-up window. And just like Facebook pixels, I will need to add this HTML tag, upload it in the header of my website. And once I'm done, I will need to add a text record somewhere on my domain name, and I'll be good to go, and I'll be able to claim my website. Why do people need to claim their websites or Instagram or Etsy profile or YouTube channel? The reason why they need to claim these these accounts is because when you advertise in or create a pin or upload a video, then you'll be able to send traffic to these external websites since you have already claimed it. For example, this is all you ever needed to learn about the accounts. But I'll come to this Instagram website and Etsy part in a moment. So I'll take you to the home page. Now, as a default user, you want to be seeing much recommendations. These are the recommendations given to you by Pinterest since you have shown an interest or created pins in the past. I've been using Pinterest on and off, primarily for teaching purposes, but I now realize the importance of Pinterest for scaling up your digital marketing presence and efforts. So if I click on my profile here, that's what I have created on my Pinterest profile. So these are different boards. Business, it's one board. Home is another board. Internet is a separate board. Instagram is a separate board. So on and so forth. Inside each board are different pins. So if I click on this business board, it thankfully does not open in a new tab. All the pins I have allocated for the business post can be seen here, and I can always come back and watch or view them later. The reason why I've used the watch is because Pinterest has recently introduced the video pinning as well. So you can create a video pin on a board as well. So a board can potentially, it can have pictures as well as videos. And it's one amazing way of gathering all your preferred collection at one place. So let me give you an example. For example, I want to go to Dublin. I was planning to do it this year, but unfortunately, because of COVID-19, couldn't go. So I want to go to Dublin, or I've visited Dublin in the past, and I want to have all the memories of Dublin, sort of like an album. I would create an album, a board called Dublin. And then inside that board, on that board, I can pin different pictures. It's very easy to upload different pictures. So if I click on my profile, on the right-hand side, you will see this plus option. Either here I can create a pin and I can create a board. So if I create a board, for example, I'm about to create a different board, and that is going to be called Being Guru 2.0. So whatever, from now onwards, whatever I upload on my YouTube channel, I am going to pin that particular thumbnail or a certain portion of that video, given if it is inside 1 minute, I can pin it on that particular Being Guru 2.0 board. So I create this board. Of course, there are options such as I can keep this board secret. So if I am or someone who is into a secret conversation, trust me, I'm far beyond that point, far away from that. But if we are into a secret conversation, we can keep this board secret. I will leave it as open. So when I click on the create button, it creates my board. And now I can include different pins inside this board. How does this happen? For example, if I go, I can get more ideas, I can organize my pins, I can put notes here, but that's for a separate discussion. If I go and if I create a new pin, there you go. I can create new pin inside different boards. On a top right-hand drop-down option, it shows me all the boards I have created on my Pinterest account. Since I've just created Being Guru 2.0, and it shows on the top as, this is the recent one I've created. Now here, Khalil, it's more like, board is more like a notice board where different pins can be pinned. So there could be take it as different notice boards. For example, one notice board in a university is about exams, one is about, the fee structure and the challans and the then the tokens and all that stuff. One is about the cafeteria. Take it as different boards, and each board can have different pins. It's a very amazing concept. If you watch this closely, you'll be able to understand every single thing about Pinterest. Now, one thing you need to learn about Pinterest is the image size option. As you can see from this placeholder for thumbnail, it shows horizontal thumbnail, which means that 600 to 900 or 300 to 600, 900 to 1200 size is preferred rather than squared or portrait. So it just doesn't work here. So it has to be vertical here, not horizontal. Okay, that's how Pinterest works. So I'm going to add a title here, and let's see what do we have here. In a tab that is not visible to you in this particular screen, I'm going to copy the title of the video I uploaded a couple of hours ago on this channel. And there you go. I copy it. I come back to the tab that is shared with you. I paste it to the title section. Now that's where you need to pay a lot of close attention to. This is the description part, and you need to explain everything in detail about your picture or a video for that matter. Since it's a picture and I want this picture to be clickable, I am going to add a little text here. Again, for a discussion's sake and to save time, I am pasting the same text that's pasted in the title. Now focus on the alt text. This is very important. Instagram SEO is relevant to the content you upload if you have provided all the necessary information. What is the necessary information? If I click on add alt text, for example, if this video is about Fiverr and I type in Fiverr, do I see anything? I don't see anything. So let me see. If I search for marketing, this text will be read around by screen readers. So marketing is one tag, that is populated. Not sure how do I separate it? Maybe through keywords. Ideally, it was supposed to show the pop-up. Maybe I'm not using the app here, because on app it definitely shows the pop-up just like Fiverr keyword section does. But I'll leave this for now since I provided it. Let's see if it throws any error. Add a description link. Now I want all the traffic to be driven to the YouTube channel where my video is uploaded. So I'm going to copy the link of the video and I'm going to there you go. Pasted the link of the video. Now on the left hand side, that's where the magic needs to take place. I need to upload a picture here. So I go to my, okay, I don't see, maybe on desktop, 10 amazing gigs. Now see the size of this thumbnail, which is a commonly used thumbnail for Fiverr, for Facebook, for Instagram, for YouTube thumbnail. That differs with the size of a thumbnail Pinterest uses. Since Pinterest uses vertical sizes varying from the ratio of 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12. So therefore my image shows pretty absurd here. Doesn't fit in. So I'm going to go to Canva for a discussion sake. I'm going to type in Pinterest pin, and I just realized the tab is not shared with you, but live with it for a second, please, because you know what I'm doing. I'm just copying an image from Canva. Maybe I can share the screen here as well. It's not going to hurt me. So I click on stop screen. I take you back to the tab I have shared, and that's the tab. Let's do the rest of the magic here. So on Canva, I'm going to use the title here again. Since I last copied the link, so therefore the link is pasted here again. I'm going to copy the title of the video. I'm going to paste the title here. I'm not sure if I'm a sort of guy who likes green color, so I'm not going to go with green. I'm not going to use this picture anyway. There you go. First things first, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to change some things around here, starting with the, yeah, there you go. I've just replaced the link of that image with Being Guru 2.0. I can probably change the font color as well. Not sure if I'm good with aesthetics here for an orange color, but I would live with sort of closest to black here. And then I need to put in my picture. So I go to the photo upload section on Canva. I'm going to search for my previously uploaded picture and I'm going to paste it here. And that's about it. Unfortunately, since Pinterest loves vertical images, I think this is good to go. What do you guys think? So much for my statics in real time, but I think I'll live with it. So this is a reasonable size image. We have, a design we have created for our Pinterest pin. I'm going to save this image and I am going to use this image on the pin. And if you give me a second, it is downloading as we speak. There you go. Good enough, I guess. Now I'm going to unshare the screen and take you back to the tab where I'm an inborn designer, but so much for the modesty, bro. I mean, who cares about because I'm a perfectionist. Unfortunately, the problem with me is I'm a perfectionist, and sometimes I take an awful long time in getting things in order. Something I need to work on. But anyways, taking you back to the tab, and now I need to upload the image for this particular pin. So I'm going to click on this option. I'm going to go to my download and I'm going to select the image and hopefully it fits in. Yeah, well done, Nishan. Well done. Proud of you, man. Now you understand the difference between using a vertical image and preferably using a vertical image over horizontal image. And then you understand the importance of creating a title, pinning it to a board where it belongs to, and then clicking on the save button. So in the future, when I come back, there's one thing I deliberately did not use, and that was the hashtags, because lots of digital marketing pundits have been fighting over the shelf life of hashtags on Pinterest. Some say that it's a thing of the past on Instagram. It doesn't work anymore. It works on Instagram. Facebook is bringing hashtags back. It works pretty good on Fiverr. But unfortunately, there's been a debate that Pinterest hashtags do not work anymore. It's a thing of the past. So I'll go over it, and I'm not going to use hashtags in the description. But if you want to use hashtags in your description, you're more than welcome to do it. And of course, in order for you to find the relevant hashtags to your niche, you need to go back to the same website I referred you to. If my memory serves me well, the link was, give me a second. The link was besthashtags.com. So I'm going to paste it in the comment section. I want to save your time here, and you can go to this particular website, search Pinterest, search for your relevant hashtags, and then you can use it on the description of your pin. For now, since we are beyond that point, last thing you can do is share it. So if I click on the send button, I can share it to other social media accounts. Of course, that's how I build up my presence on Pinterest, right? If I share it on WhatsApp, if I share it on Facebook, if I share it on Twitter, only then I'll be able to tell people that, you know what, I've got an Instagram account. You may want to come and see what I'm doing. I'm uploading pictures, I'm uploading videos, and if I'm not asking too much, follow me on Pinterest. So speaking about following, what happens if I click on Twitter? It opens a new tab. I hate it anyway. But again, it's just the same procedure of sharing that is followed on all social media accounts. I can also copy link of this Pinterest post and I can use it in my blogs. I can use it on my website. I can use it on my Facebook profile or page for that matter, perhaps Facebook groups as well. But the question, $1 million question here is, how do you get followers? So if I click on notification, there you see, I see people following me. So 6 hours ago, someone Farms Knowledge Bank, this guy followed me. Then there's a Morel, this guy followed me. Then Sarah, and then of course the pins I have, and then Afshin Nila, Afshin Ifan. People are following me every single day, not in a good number because I don't use Pinterest. So how do I build followers? The answer is fairly simple, and I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to teach you here. Because if you follow this part, half of your headache is going to go away, and you'll stop worrying about gaining followership. So if I click on the search button, for example, I am into freelancing, okay? So I search for freelancing, and I hit the return button, and of course it's fetching some pens and boards here. All of these are different pens. For example, this seems to be pretty popular with 1.8 million followers here. So if I click on this particular pen, I see, people who are following this particular brand, and also the profile, this particular page or profile is following. So if I click on this, if I click on their followers, it opens in a pop-up box. I hope you guys can see it. I can see all the accounts who are following this brand. Since I'm into freelancing, pretty much the same niche as they are, I can see all the people who are following. Now it's more of like, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. I follow this, I'll have to follow no more than 30 different accounts in 24 hours. So it's a tedious, lengthy process, but that's how you scale up your followers on Pinterest. That's about it. I'll stop here. Let's see the accounts this business is following. The only thing that I would look for ideally is a profile picture. So she looks cool. I'm going to follow her. She's not bad. Following her. This guy looks good. Following him. Again, this is like a guy looks good. So here's something, a food for thought for you guys. I have followed the account by looking at their thumbnails, right? That's what I have done. Since I am more particular about getting acquaintances or following the people who are original. So they're using their profile picture, or perhaps they have created their Pinterest profile nicely. It makes more sense to follow them rather than someone who doesn't seem very serious about their presence on Instagram. So that's how you do it. You search for the keyword, you see the popular brands pretty prominently placed in top 5 search results. You click on one particular pen, you see their profile. On a profile, you see who they're following or who is following them. By clicking on both tabs and selecting about 15 for followers and 15 they're following. So 30 at most, following different accounts, you are giving yourselves a chance of being followed back. That's how the whole world works. So, if I click on the following tab, it shows all the different Pinterest accounts this particular profile is following. And by clicking on the follow button, by looking at the profile, or perhaps by looking at their title or looking at their names, I'll be more inclined, focused on following individual accounts over business accounts. So, works for me, but that does not necessarily mean that you should follow individuals as well. If your Pinterest profile is all about business, perhaps you would, you'd be advised to follow businesses. And it's the rule of following back that works here on Pinterest. Actually, it's the same formula that works on LinkedIn as well. I'm about to go to LinkedIn and show you the importance of following different accounts, because if you follow them, it's like sub for sub. It doesn't work on YouTube anymore. It doesn't work on Fiverr. It doesn't work on Facebook. That if you like or show heart emojis to someone's content, they can, like you back and engage with you. Doesn't work on those platforms. So Facebook and Facebook-owned companies, sub for sub, follow for follow doesn't work. But for Instagram, it works. For Pinterest, it works. And of course, we are about to get to LinkedIn, and it works there as well. So that is how it works on Instagram. Now, recently, few days back, I received an invitation here to upload videos, but Pinterest has not rolled out all the changes to all the accounts here. So initially, I used to get the video section here, but I do not get this. I do not see this option anymore. It's strange here, but initially I used to see lots of different options. I used to see different boxes on the top. Seems like that is taken away. So it depends. It depends on account to account. Some accounts might have videos option rolled out to them. Some probably will have to wait till they get their video uploading option. But that's how you do it. You create a board, and on that board, not only you can pin your own pins, but you can upload someone else's pins as well. So for example, if I take you to my account, and if I take you to Being Guru 2.0 board, I can also add pins from other sections as well. So for example, let's say if I search for, what is it? Blogging, maybe. If I search for blogging, I come across these different options depending on the thumbnail and the followers they have. For example, this particular image has only 5 comments, but I can add this to my Being Guru 2.0. I'm not going to do it because now, since I'm pretty serious about using Pinterest more often, and I'm going to populate this Being Guru 2.0 with all the thumbnails of my videos. That's how I plan to drive traffic from Pinterest to my YouTube channel. But you understand that a board can have pin you create, and it can also have pins you like from someone else's account. So if you like something, you can add it to the pin. The whole idea of pinning different pins to your board is to allow you to create a sort of like an album that you can reflect back to at any point of time. So if I've created a board, let's say in 2018, 4 years later, if I come back, the board would be still there. The pins pinned to that particular board would be there. I can see those pins as well. And that's how Pinterest works. And then of course, video section, pretty much the same philosophy as the pictures. Vertical in size, not the horizontal. And you can upload videos on your board, and of course you'll have to create board first. And that's how you create different boards and pins. And for increasing your followers, you've got to follow people first. Of course, the quickest or the best way to jumpstart your presence on Pinterest is to, of course, advertise. But not, everybody advertises on Pinterest. Surprisingly, I came across this amazing stat when I was practicing Pinterest over the weekend. I wanted to, roll up my sleeves and get my hands on back to the Pinterest platform and understand if things have changed. And things have changed. I used Pinterest last time when I was teaching cohort 2, and that was for the Urdu version on my main channel. And that took place perhaps in early November, so 5 months now. Things have changed. I do not see the boxes I used to see on the top, which was recommended to me by Pinterest. And each box used to have different hashtags. So initially, for early birds, users used to get hashtag recommendations from Pinterest. Doesn't happen anymore. But this is it for Pinterest. I have taught you how to create board, how to create pins, how to create image by going to Canva. Use bright colors because it's a pinning platform, to say the least. And then if you've got the video option, feel free to upload videos and pin them to your boards. And last but not least, for you to increase your followers, follow the brands who are into same niche. And of course, if you follow them, they'll be more than inclined to follow you back. If that makes sense, drop in your eyes and I take my tea here. I think this makes sense. Abdul Rahman is right. So I remember switching it to the business account. How do I switch it to the business account? Let's find out. I go back to my settings, and in the settings, if I scroll all the way to the account settings, maybe, I thought about this before starting this stream, but then I forgot to switch the settings here. And there has to be a way to switch my personal account to a business account, and I need to find out how do I do it. Anybody can pin me. Anybody can pin me. Anybody can send me inbox message. No more personal life. Gone are the days, bro. I know it was here somewhere. So if I click on the home feed tuner, Instagram, account settings, it was here somewhere. Unlock business tools. There you go. So if I click on unlock business tools and I switch to business, what happens? It is doing something, and let's see what's happening here. So again, I need to claim my domain and do all the stuff there. But that's how my business account looks like. All the boards I've created in the past. We'll have to learn this, of course. I get the insights here as well. So if I click on video, of course, now I can upload the video. So thank you, whoever it was. I think it was Abdul Rahman, who highlighted the importance of switching my account. And inside the analytics part, analytics section, I can see all of the activity that takes place on my Pinterest account. Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. So I want to go back to my profile for a second. And what happens here is I can, so all of a sudden the option changes. Options have changed. I quickly go to, so create pin is a separate button that's given on the top. Not sure why would they do it, but I guess I'll have to go through this tutorial part first where they're going to teach me how to do it. So add title and description. Okay, fine, good enough. So I can publish it on a later date, add a destination link, add alt text. What happens if I add alt text? Marketing. Still no pop-up for me. Even though when I use my app on the other phone, I see pop-ups when I use the alt text, but it doesn't work for me. So I can upload high quality images here. I can duplicate these pins and then change the text options. What do I have? What else do I have? What else? What else? Create and now text. That's it for now. Enough for Pinterest. I'm fine with what I've taught you guys here. Okay. Now, the next in the line is go and create your Pinterest accounts. Next is the most difficult part. That is LinkedIn. I started using LinkedIn in 1999, my memory serves me well. So one of the early birds who capitalize on the opportunities of LinkedIn. I've seen this portal evolve over the years. It's an amazing portal, by the way, because if there's any traffic, I've been able to drive from social media. A majority of that comes from LinkedIn. To begin with, first things first, this is my profile here. On LinkedIn, I've got over 20,000 followers. And I use it pretty heavily. I mean, all the blog posts we put up on beangguru.com blog, they get shared here on LinkedIn as well as all the YouTube videos. So I uploaded the YouTube video on Bean Guru 2.0, I shared it on LinkedIn. I uploaded a video on my blog, I shared it on my LinkedIn. I uploaded a video on my main channel, Isham Server, I shared that too on my LinkedIn account. That's how I've been using LinkedIn and increasing my followership. To know more about what's happening here, I go to my profile and I click on post an activity. And on the left hand side, it shows all the followers I have, 20,731 precisely. These are 20,731 mission aids. The reason why I call it mission aids is because your followers help you in reaching your mission faster. Just like on Facebook, this section of uploading a video or a photo or a text article, this looks pretty similar to what you used to see on Google+. Of course, all the social media accounts have ripped everybody hard work and they've ripped each one apart. Snapchat introduced stories on Snapchat only to find out that Instagram started copying stories. So they introduced stories before Facebook introduced stories. So what happens is Instagram is a Facebook owned company. Instagram rolls out stories inspired by Snapchat stories. Then Facebook copies the stories part from Instagram. And then of course, WhatsApp rolls out story section as well. So stories has gained huge popularity, but not many people know the original creator of stories, and it was Snapchat. Same goes for this section you see on the top where you can upload pictures, videos, or text on social media. People do not realize the initial idea was inspired and picked by MySpace. Then Orchid copied it. Then Google Plus followed the same pattern. And then, of course, Facebook has been evolving over the years. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You want to type in something, you click on it, you can upload images. For example, if I upload an image, this is a pin I just created, and this is a thumbnail. I'm going to upload this thumbnail. So 10 best Fiverr gigs here. I click on the done. I can also add alt text. The reason why in Pinterest, LinkedIn, and I've heard that YouTube is also introducing alt text for thumbnails. This alt text functionality is for search engines. It's for bots. It's not for humans, of course. But I also understand that since the social media platforms are evolving and they are, making things easier for differently able persons as well. So if someone is blind and they're using Braille, That is where this alt text will come in very handy, because if they click on the picture, bot will uh, announce what's written here for on alt text. So I can add alt text here as well for the bots. Uh, what else? What is it? What is it? Let's copy the same thing. Again, the same title for the video. We created a pin on Pinterest. Give me a second. I'm going to search for that particular video. This video is going to get popular, bro. Absolutely popular. 10 gigs to work on today. Copy link. I come back here and I paste it. 10 gigs to rank easily. 10 gigs you can rank easily on Fiverr. Good enough for a persuading enough title for people to click on, right? So I have provided the alt text to this image as well, and now I click on the done, and of course I need to provide the link here. This is the link. There you go. I'll have to copy the link from the video on YouTube, come back to LinkedIn, and then I can paste the link here. To watch the video, of course, the call to action is very necessary. To watch the video, click, and there you go, the link, and there you go. I have uploaded an image. I have given a title here, and then of course there's a call to action with a link, and last but not the least, the hashtags. The system is so artificially advanced that it also recognizes the text written on the thumbnail as well as the alt text I have provided for this thumbnail, and on the basis of the text I have provided as well as the image and perhaps the image name, perhaps the text I have used in this post, it is recommending me different hashtags. Amazing, huh? So the LinkedIn algorithm already knows that this video is about Fiverr. It's about marketing. It has a video, and it has a branding. It is about social media marketing, so on and so forth. So I'll stay with these 4 options for now. And then if I click on the post button, there you go. Just like you do on Facebook, on your profile or on your page, you upload a picture, you supply a text. And the best part is, if you guys remember our initial lectures on Facebook when we covered digital marketing, I highlighted the importance of using Facebook smartly, because somehow Facebook is pinning you down for using links that drives traffic from Facebook to an external platform. So if you are driving the audience to outside the Facebook environment, Facebook does not like it. So therefore, it decreases the organic outreach if a picture or a video has an external link. But that does not, luckily, that's still not the case for LinkedIn or Pinterest. Both of these platforms, these social media platforms, allow you to not only put in a link on your picture or onto your video, but they also encourage you, if you use correct hashtags. In case of Pinterest, if you provide good description, if you upload an attractive thumbnail, Pinterest works pretty much the same way, on the same algorithm level as Fiverr.com is working. Lots of emphasis is given on the attractiveness, aesthetics of your thumbnail. So if a thumbnail is attractive enough, people will click on it. And of course, if more people click on your thumbnail, if more people see your profile, your pins and your boards, it encourages Pinterest to recommend you. So same goes for LinkedIn. Higher the viewership, higher the engagement, if people like, share your content, it is good enough for LinkedIn to recommend your content on the home page, on the splash page um, of the users when they log back. So what happens is, for example, thank you, Khalil. Really appreciate your acknowledgement here. So what happens is, this is a picture we have just uploaded and we have given a link here. Now, assumingly, if people come in and if they like what they see based on thumbnail, based on the description of this post, perhaps they click on this link, which opens in a new tab of your browser. In this case, it's a YouTube video, and they can watch the video. But most importantly, just for a discussion's sake, assumingly, I've just uploaded a picture with a description, a text description with no external link. If they like what they see, they can like this picture, they can put it in comment, they can share it. And what happens is, higher engagement encourages LinkedIn to promote this particular post to all the connections I have made on the LinkedIn account. Does that make sense, folks? If it does, drop in your eyes. Drop in your eyes before I take you to the next part of LinkedIn. LinkedIn can be used for finding your dream job, remote jobs, freelance opportunities, and of course, by building connections, you are able to get in touch with lots of people. So yesterday, I was able to get in touch with Gary Vee. I mean, the guy I've looked up to as a digital marketer, as a huge social media influencer, someone who's pretty good at marketing. I was able to get in touch with him because we had lots of mutual friends in common. I guess we had like 4 friends in common. So building connections gives you a fair chance of getting a step closer to get in touch or make connection with someone you admire. In this case, I was so happy that I had a common friend. His name is Steve Ferreira. He's into ocean freight refund business in US, Pennsylvania. And then I was able to get in touch with Gary, and then I received messages from Gary on my phone, and it seems like, of course, they are Autobot text messages, but at least I get to know his phone number. I get to know. I made connection with who's this guy Uber suggests, Neil Patel. I made connection with Neil Patel because of LinkedIn. So we had a few mutual connections in common, and I was able to send a message to Neil Patel, and then he responded back, and then he connected me with his personal assistant, and we had a couple of conversations, actually not a couple of conversations, more than a couple of conversations back and forth. I wanted to bring him on my channel and conduct a live interview, but because of time constraints, or perhaps Neil was no more interested, even though we agreed on a specific time when the interview would take place, but somehow they backed, and the whole idea backfired. But again, LinkedIn is one amazing way of making connections. If you want to get in touch with Bill Gates, you cannot do it directly. But if you've got a lot of mutual connections, level 1, level 2, more than that later when I share my screen again, you probably give yourself a fair chance of getting in touch with these people. So for example, since I've my screen shared and I talk about, let's say, Gary B. Okay, there you go, Gary. Right. Now, Gary and I follow his page, of course. Gary and I have lots of connections in common, 4 precisely. Steve Ferreira, a couple of Pakistani Y Combinator friends. Christopher is a good friend. So therefore, if I want to contact him, I can contact Gary, even though he's a second degree connection. Second degree connection means that Uh, I cannot send him a friend request directly. He only uses page, not a profile. But when you talk about, let's say, Neil Patel, searching for Neil, syntax error. Syntax error. Now, I was able to get in touch with Neil because of all these 27 mutual friends. Let me take you to my screen here for a second. Share another screen. Unshare. Stop screen sharing. Share again. Gary is one of the oldest and finest player of LinkedIn, and he speaks high volume about LinkedIn because he believes that LinkedIn gives you an organic outreach to the same extent as Facebook used to give you 5 years back. But now Facebook discourages external links. So if a user is driven outside Facebook environment, Facebook does not like it. But that's not the case with LinkedIn. So if you see my screen, Neil and I have been in conversation last year and even in February as well. If I click on this particular, no, let me take you back for a second. There you go. Curtis, set it up. So I send an email to Neil. Now that doesn't mean that since you have an email address of Neil showing up, you start sending him an email. But we had this conversation and then a couple of phone calls as well. I mean, don't please copy his number and start calling him. Really does not make any sense. But the point I want to emphasize is LinkedIn is one amazing tool. You can connect with people you admire. You can connect with people who can help you in reaching to your goals faster. You can you can connect with people who could help you in recommendations. For example, if I do business with Neil and he likes what I've done as a digital marketer, as a social media influencer, perhaps as a YouTuber now. I forget this recent hat I have, the feather in my cap as a YouTuber. I often forget about my YouTube career. So when I do, remind me that I'm a YouTuber here as well. Just a new domain and field of expertise for me. Still getting, trying to get used to YouTube in here. And then if Neil likes the work I've done, perhaps a business relationship or a small freelance or an outsourcing job, they can give me a recommendation. Now imagine what kind of relevant recommendation if it comes from Neil Patel. I like Ishan. I've worked with him in the past. This guy's high on moral values. You won't lose your money if you go in a business relationship with Ishan. That's about it. Couple of liners from a high profile. It's a sort of like an endorsement or a testimonial or recommendation that would help you go places in life. So this is what LinkedIn can do for you if you get in a business relationship with someone. And if they're high profile, you are giving yourself a fair chance of doing good business. One last thing you need to know about LinkedIn is, if I zoom out for a second, and that would be the job section. So I click on the job section. If you do not have a LinkedIn account right now, I would seriously advise you to go create your Pinterest account, create your Instagram account, create your LinkedIn account, and I'm not sure if I'm on a screen here. Hey, come back on account. Follow Hisham Sabar. He's a good guy, absolutely good guy. My 5-star recommendation. Before you go and follow Hisham, if you have not liked the video, play your part, like the video. So on the job section, what happens here is I click on the job section and thought I clicked on it. No, I did not. And here you can find your dream job. For example, I'm a freelancer and I'm looking for web development, okay? So click on web development, loading as we speak. On the left-hand side, I see local recommendations for a full-time as well as part-time jobs. On the top, I see different filters. For example, I see the experience level, I see the job type. So if I click on, let's say, contract, let's say temporary, okay? So if I click on show results, I'm still in Pakistan and I can see a lot of freelance jobs here for web development. Now, you guys have been focusing on Upwork, Fiverr, Guru.com to find your dream contract jobs. And now you know that LinkedIn also offers you a chance to get your dream contract job. Trusting, right? What else you can do? Let's go outside Pakistan here for a second. How do I do it? I click on all filters. A pop-up will open. And then if I scroll down and I see the country section and I click on United States, and the second one would be New Zealand. That's about it. Click on show results. Let's see all the contractual jobs for this particular job post, no matching form. So I click on job type. I remove the temporary option. I remove the contract option. Let's see, what do I get here? Zero, nothing. It is picking my IP address. Reset. Back to ground zero. All filters. I'm going to search for a better filter now. Where's the country? Location, US. Where's New Zealand? Who cares? For now, Canada and US would suffice. Show results. These guys have implemented so many security systems on my PC. I'm talking about my admin guys. The perks of being a CEO of a company. And I'm not allowed to use any of the filter because it takes me outside the platform. Screw you guys. Feel like Steve Jobs introducing Apple or Bill Gates introducing Microsoft, and all of a sudden screen goes blue. So much for a bad day, huh? Come on, yaar. Some days are good and some days are not so good. Go and try yourself. I mean, that's the last thing I can recommend here. Maybe one last time. Most recent. Anytime. Past week. Past 24 hours. I'm looking for all sorts of jobs. Internship, mentor, executive, director, associate. Perhaps I have to select all these options here before I'm able to use the filter effectively. Remote too. This is the remote part, by the way. Play with it. That's the only advice I can give you here. Industry. Let's select all the industries here. At the end of the day, I'm not seeing any result anyway. Go and find yourself. At least I showed you how to find your dream job while searching for your local city or a country. This is how LinkedIn works. Create connections, post. One last thing about posting. Publishing regularly is in essence a key to your success on any social media platform. You talk about Facebook, you talk about Instagram, you talk about LinkedIn, you talk about Twitter, you talk about Snapchat, you talk about LinkedIn, you talk about Quora. On Quora, I'm about to show you one amazing example of resilience. What you are about to see on Quora once we get over this LinkedIn discussion. I'm going to show you a profile of a police constable who's not even a 10th grader, but he uses Quora to voice opinion about law enforcement. And the guy is hired by Punjab police not only to look after the different social media accounts, including Facebook and Twitter, but primarily his main job is to project a positive persona about Punjab police. Did you ever imagine a government department, especially police, hiring someone from within their department and asking them to work on positive branding, look after the complaints on different social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook. And I met Numan Ashraf, the constable I'm about to show you on Quora. I met him last year in December. And what an amazing human being. He can actually speak English as well. Was unable to pass his 10th grade exam, then got inducted as a constable in Punjab Police. Uh, but at the same time, since he was passionate about internet, so much, to inspire you guys here to pick up internet-based businesses and see what resonates well with your liking, and then see if you can orchestrate a way and further exploring that platform and make money out of it. But that guy was so passionate about Quora that he used to. He was aided by Grammarly, mind you. Grammarly is a free widget that you can install on your browser, and not only identifies your spelling mistakes but also identifies the tone of your content. So he was aided by that. But then again, it's a great achievement considering you're a police constable all your life for good on 20 years, and you were able to cement your place as a opinion maker on that platform. So one last thing about LinkedIn, and that stands true for all other platforms. If you want to cement your place, if you want to gain followers, if you want to increase your popularity on these different social media accounts, make sure you use these platforms regularly. On and off doesn't work. If you don't do it regularly, if you don't set yourself as a dedicatedly, and then put yourself on the clock, and make sure that you show up every single day if you want to, or perhaps twice a week, or perhaps once a month. But regularity is the key. If you do not show up on these platforms, people will stop following you. And I have experienced this on Facebook, I've experienced this on Instagram. Regularity is the key. So LinkedIn allows you to create connections. And then I was able to scale up my Being Guru blog posts because of LinkedIn. Whenever I would publish a post on beingguru.com, I share it on LinkedIn. And then, of course, since I have around 20,000 followers, 20,000 plus followers on LinkedIn, whenever I publish a post or share something, they get notified. If they have put me on see first, of course, that's my good luck. If they have. If they don't, I know who you are and I'll find you. Quora. Breather time. Quora. First thing you need to know about Quora is the gentleman I'm talking about, Numan Ashraf. Let's find him on Quora. Let's see if we can find Numan. So I search for Numan Ashraf. Let's see if I can find him. Not sure if he uses the name NEM. There you go, Numan Ashraf. Police constable, blogger, daydreamer. 71,000 people are following him on Quora, and one of his followers is yours truly. The guy writes regularly about the discrepancies of the government, about law and order situation in Punjab, talks about projecting a positive image about Punjab police, something they really need to work on. And not only this, he also takes sponsorship posts, writes about them, and perhaps as an affiliate, makes some money out of it. A police constable, folks. You got high degrees here. You probably are a graduate with all the A stars. But you still do not know how to leverage on the opportunities lying idle for you to grab on with both hands on the internet. And here comes a guy. It won't be unfair to say that he was illiterate, to say the least. But he worked on his shortcomings. He worked on improving his written English. And that reminds me of one of the famous quotes of Warren Buffett. He was asked in Stanford about one advice he would like to give to the younger people, and Warren profoundly answered, if there's one advice I would like to give to younger people, it would be work on your oral and written communication. And it says it all, right? If you work on your communication skills, honestly speaking, communication lies at forefront of anything. If you're a freelancer, if you do not know how to write an effective proposal, if you do not learn how to converse, or in a meeting, if you are asked to appear on a video, if you are a blogger and if you do not learn how to write effectively, if you're a YouTuber and you cannot convey your point of view across, go to another planet. Quora. What is Quora? Quora is a community, and they claim that there's not even a single question you cannot find on Quora.com. It's a question and answer platform. Hey, for all you who are watching the stream right now, I will request you guys, and I request you guys, forget about Will, I request you guys to like the video. This will recommend YouTube to show my videos to other people who are on platform right now. Total Gaming Hindi. I don't know Hindi, unfortunately. Even though I know Punjabi, I know Urdu, I know Spanish, I know Irish, and I know English. If that works for you, I can switch the language here. So Quora is a platform where you ask a question, and then the community and the people in the community, they come and answer the question if they know an answer. For example, since I have the screen shared with you, let's say if I go to the homepage, Quora, and based on my previous following, Quora will recommend me different recommended questions. So there you go. This guy, Ben, who's predicted artificial intelligence, then of course the poverty, and the list goes on. And what else? There's Jeff Bezos for you. Was it a mistake that Jeff Bezos got married? Since I covered a lot of this on Being Guru, do you know your customers? The customers here, celebrities, paparazzi. How do I make $10 watching a video online? And the list goes on and on. Obesity, digital marketing, creativity. That's what I follow on LinkedIn, on Quora. So what if I search for, let's say, a question? How do I make money freelancing, right? Now, if I ask this question in a search bar, I'll see tons of different options here. How do I make money freelancing was a question asked 5 years ago. And you'll see a lot of answers here. Now imagine, I'm a blogger, I'm a YouTuber, and I want to make people click on the link and subscribe to my channel, or perhaps come to my blog. So if I click on this link here, how do I make money freelancing? Opposite new tab. Come back to the tab that I shared with you. Give me a second. That's a question. You see, there are 12 people who have answered this question, and I'm going to be the 13th one. How do I do it? It's pretty simple. I'm gonna craft my answer, and somewhere in the answer, I'm going to supply the link. Because if I directly supply a link, Quora will take me as someone who is spamming their system, right? So let's see, how do I craft an answer here? There you go. Okay, how do I make money? Answer. I click on the answer option, the tab, of course, and I'm going to craft my answer here. Well, amid COVID-19, the reason why I'm doing it live is to show you how you can not only answer a question, but also you can put in a link and drive tons of traffic from this Quora platform to your website, to your e-commerce business, to your YouTube, to your blog, to your Instagram, to your Facebook page, any external link, right? Amid COVID-19, freelancing has gained huge popularity all over the world. With so many US small businesses, I'm pretty good in story building. That's what I do anyway. So many US businesses filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Many people are learning computer skills and offering on different freelance marketplaces. If you want to learn how to make money freelancing, take a quick look at this amazing information I found on internet. I learned how to create an effective Fiverr profile, get orders, and now I am a level 2 seller on Fiverr. The link is beangguru.com Fiverr. The reason why I use the word gotcha because I sort of like censored that, nailed it. Pretty much seem to have crafted a response that would allow not only this question poster, the guy who's asked a question, but also all the people who will search for answers of this question. Once they see my answer and they click on the link, I have gamed it. Absolutely gamed it. The link is, there you go, on the internet. The system is so advanced that it automatically creates the thumbnails as well. The link is as follows. Give it a good read. Learn a skill. And I hope to see you successful and make money as a freelancer. All the best. Now you see, I have given him the link as well. At the same time, the response is so nicely curated that it does not look like an advertising opportunity. And then, of course, I'm going to click on the post button now, and the answer is submitted. This is how you scale up your presence on Quora.com. Start answering questions. You will gain upvotes. So if someone likes my answer and they click on upvote, the option you see here, downvote as well as upvote, they can share my answer. They can drop in comments to this answer. Higher the engagement, folks, more the chances of me getting popular on Quora. And just like Numan Ashraf, police constable we just spoke about, we just saw on the screen, not only I'll be able to build my presence on Quora, but as an opinion maker, as someone who could voice their opinion or drive a narrative, I can put in the articles where people would not only see my side of information, but they'll also be able to click on the business opportunities. And of course, the business opportunities come from linking. So if I drop in the link of my external sites, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, I'm getting new followers. And that is how my curious friends, I scaled up my presence as a blogger on beangguru.com. Would like to take an opportunity to thank Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Quora, because by using these platforms very heavily initially, I was able to engage the audience and attract them to click on the links and come to my blog. And then, of course, I have this Facebook pixels on my blog. And of course, I have this one signal installed on my blog. So they click on the notification. So next time when I publish a new blog post, they get notified. Same goes for YouTube, right? If someone subscribes to your channel and they click the bell icon, next time when you upload a new video, they'll get notified. And this is it, folks. This is it for Instagram stories. We have discussed Pinterest, how to increase your followers on Pinterest. Don't overkill it. The best, modest way of not getting your Pinterest account banned is don't follow more than 30 to 50 people in a day. And of course, they'll follow you back. That's how the system works. Same goes for LinkedIn. Make connections. People will accept your connections. And what else? Twitter. What else? Twitter, yeah. So for Twitter, we're going to do it tomorrow. That's Thursday, and we'll see what else we can do. I'm not sure what you're not able to share with whom, Prajwal, but I'm not going to waste your time anymore. 1 hour and 30 minutes is more than enough here, but I'm glad that we are able to cover a lot here. Do you like what you have seen? If you do, drop in your eyes, and little heart emojis would fuel me to come back with more information and educate you guys about digital marketing. It's a huge ocean, a very deep, huge ocean. And if you put your hands on each platform, if you're a small business, a small shop, imagine if you have an Instagram account, if you've got e-commerce business, if you've got a brick and mortar business, you've got to have solid presence on every social media platform, starting with Facebook and Facebook-owned companies, and then of course Pinterest, and then you talk about LinkedIn, Quora, and for tomorrow we have, what do we have? We have Twitter and we have YouTube. So you are going to learn how to grow your YouTube channel and how to grow your Twitter handle. If that's something you are looking forward to, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I'll schedule the video in advance. I typically do it 4 hours in advance, so everybody gets notified, and they can click on set reminder, and when I come live, they get notified. So you can only do it if you like the channel, right? I look forward to your comments then. Take care and see you guys tomorrow. Bye. YouTube, Twitter. That's for tomorrow.